The turn was one, and just that fourth quarter, we got to execute what we're doing. Everybody got to be on the same page.
Obviously not the outcome that the team wanted, but when you look back, when the dust settles, kind of what this team accomplished, are there a lot of positives?
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably be a little bit more grateful about it later, but not right now. So, but yeah.
Mikal, it was a 4-point game at the half. Just what you see coming out of halftime that wasn't there that allowed them to kind of.
Third quarter, I think it's been a lot of third quarter, them coming out with more energy than us and playing harder than us. They ramped it up and then cut it down in fourth quarter. It's a lot of mental mistakes.
When you look back at the series, dropping game one, losing game two on your home court, is that kind of just the uphill battle that the team needed to kind of overcome?
Yeah, start off 0-2. It's going to be tough for everybody. So, yeah, it's just, tough.
It seemed louder tonight than it did even for game four. I mean, was it hard to communicate? Did that lead to some of the turnovers?
No, I don't really think so. Just got to communicate and just make better decisions, all of us.
You guys obviously new team put together in the offseason, a lot of injuries during the regular season, make the conference finals. Just how do you process the entire year? Obviously, not the result that you wanted, but to make it this point, how do you just review them?
I mean, a lot of work. Obviously, right now I ain't gonna be too happy about it, but some days I'll feel better. Actually, not some days, some weeks. But it's good to be here, but it's whatever.
Can this disappointment
Couple more guys.
Kind of turn to motivation for next season?
Yeah, just gotta get better.
Mikal, there was talk when they made the move for you, for Cat, about this being sort of a window here with guys matching up ages and stuff. Do you see this as a first step for you guys?
Yeah, first year. A lot of risk for everybody and battle through. Yeah, just first year. Just gotta get better for next year.
Josh, just I guess for starters, thoughts on how this game went. You guys come into the half down 4, and then obviously things just go left. Just what did you see out there?
I mean, they obviously played well. They played fast. Turnovers were tough for us. We had some lapses in communication, and in postseason you can't do that. Can't give away possessions, can't give away games. So you got to tip your cap to them. Obviously they played well. It's a well-coached team. Yeah.
Josh, after the game in the locker room, what was said?
Not much to be said. We knew we kind of gave this one away. You can't start 0-2, especially losing 2 at home, but you can't give away games in the playoffs. It's tough. We're all disappointed and frustrated, and we'll take that into the summer and make strides and work on our games individually and get back into the summer and work on it as a collective. So it's the next step, and yeah.
Josh, personally, how would you reflect on yourself for this series? You came out of the starting lineup. There were some highs, some lows. How would you reflect on your own series?
Just kind of disappointed. I had some good games, some bad games. I just was trying to find it. I couldn't find it. Obviously, extremely disappointed. Could have and should have played better. That's going to sting for a while.
You guys obviously don't advance here, but given everything that you went through during the regular season and winning the first round, being with Boston in the second round, just how do you view the season in totality? Obviously, didn't get what you wanted today, but is there a lot to be proud of for the year that you guys had?
It's always tough to answer that question, especially in a moment like this. But Um, I think we handled adversity well. I think we grew as a team. Um, you know, there were the good moments and bad moments, just like every season, and we'll continue to make strides, continuing to improve. Obviously, it's tough to look at it, like I said, in this moment. But it's about next steps, and we were lost Game 7 last year in semifinals, and now we made it to the finals, conference finals, and in the series that probably should have been flipped, but it's tough. We'll look back at it in a couple of days.
In your
Couple more guys.
Is running is taking the next steps simple as running it back with the same group and building continuity, or is something more drastic? Do you think has that?
I don't know. I mean, you're always going to hear me say run it back. I think I said the same thing last year of the guys that we had. And I like to do it. I feel like this team is good enough to make the next step. But it's a business, and when you don't get to where you feel like you should have or could have, changes are made. And I've been in the league. This is my 8th year. Like I said, this is my 4th organization. I have like 6 coaches or 7 coaches. It's tough. You're gonna have to see. It's the only thing you can never be too comfortable. You never know. Like, open Twitter one day and I'm somewhere else. So I think that's what's disappointing the most, knowing that there's a good chance that this team might not be back in totality.
Josh, you
Last one, guys.
You guys had the same starting five for pretty much the whole season. What was the challenge like adjusting once you guys switched it up in the series?
I don't know. For me, I don't know. I felt like I just couldn't. I was playing hard, trying to find whatever it is. I think I didn't play how I normally play. I let, there were some games I had 3-4 turnovers and let that cause me to kind of get out my game and be a little more passive and not, because obviously you know how costly turnovers are. So I don't know, man. I didn't, I failed the team. I didn't bring it how I should have, especially in this series. And if I played better, it could have been a different situation.
What you're most proud of about this team?
Yeah, definitely. We fought all year long, faced adversity, but just didn't back down. It was very resilient.
What happened in the second half tonight?
They made a lot of shots. We didn't get as many stops, and they just played really fast, scored in transition.
OG, it was a heck of a playoff run, but to end in this fashion, how do you view it right now?
We just lost, so that sucks. We lost, but just gotta go from it. Take some time to think about it. But right now it sucks.
In terms of defensive tenacity tonight, it was just difficult to get stops in the second half. What was the defensive breakdowns in your mind?
They're just playing really fast, so they just would score, they'll throw it ahead super fast. They just get back in position, maybe some miscommunications, and then making shots.
What do you hope the fans take away from this season? I know it's fresh right now, the wound of the sting of losing and being out of the playoffs. So what do you want the fans to take away from this season?
First of all, thank you for all your support. We've amazing fans, so thanks for all the support. And then just that way we fought, and we're going to be better from this.
OG, it's disappointing, obviously, but how proud are you of the group that you went to war with?
Oh, I'm very proud. We've a really talented group, really resilient group. Faced a lot of adversity throughout the whole year, and we never back down.
OG, this arena seemed louder for Game 4 and then louder even tonight. Did that contribute at all? Was there something different that led to, do you think, the turnovers?
No, I think just for us, just trying to make the right play, and I think we all had good intentions. And I told them, no one tries to turn the ball over, so just maybe some miscommunications or misjudgment or something. But I think we all had good intentions.
What are you going to take away from the season?
Just, I'm not sure. I haven't thought about it yet, but we fought collectively as a group.
The way you guys fought?
Yeah, definitely. I thought this group showed a lot of resilience, a lot of fight, a lot of toughness. But a lot of things throughout the year sadly got exposed now, and we just didn't have the capability to get it done.
Yeah. Is it too soon to kind of put into perspective kind of what this season was? I know you just ended up losing right now. Is it too soon to kind of put that into perspective?
Yeah, definitely. We didn't have any plans of obviously losing this game. We felt really confident coming in, but overall as a season, like I said, it felt like a lot of stuff throughout the year just got exposed now.
What do you hope the fans take away from the season?
That we were a team that, like you said, had a lot of adversity, but we continue to fight. We made a lot of changes, and we figured it out. A lot of stuff went our way, a lot of stuff didn't, and we figured it out. So appreciate the fans. All glory to God for putting us in this position, putting me here. So I'm appreciative.
What do you think happened in the second half? What changed? It seemed like they hit a different switch.
Yeah, we were at a disadvantage in certain plays, and they missed some open shots last game, and tonight they made them, and we put ourselves in a hole, not just in this game, but in the series. It's tough to come back from 3-1. I felt really confident in our team that we could do it, but it's tough.
When you look around the locker room, you look at the guys that you went to war with. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's heartbreak, honestly. Everybody's dream is to get to the finals. We've had a few guys in this locker room that not only got there, but have won it. And, we want to do everything we can for each other, go out there and fight as much as we can. But, you can't control everything. And you gotta take it into the summer, be motivated.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.